Congrats Dad has been released. Congrats Dad is a free man right now. No justice for Congrats Mom. The reality of domestic violence no one talks about. Today's video, I'm going to magnify this video, these claims, so that I can take the lens, narrow it, and magnify why Congrats Dad wasn't jailed, but he was just arrested. So, ladies and gentlemen, some people are asking, is this because in Africa the father has control over many things like property, those are the lands, or what? Stay tuned. I'll be digesting everything deeply. Why Congrats Dad was released, and I'll be telling us why David Jr. and Aya Marwa could not dare taking Congrats Dad to prison. Before that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. This is Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my good name, a village content creator, born and raised in a village setup with no jobs. At the end of the day, I do content creation to earn a living. That being that, I also have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. Basically, for that YouTube channel, I post my lifestyle videos. And from next week, that channel will be so busy with the lifestyle video, the projects that I want to initiate. That is what I'll be doing to that YouTube channel. So for the haters, stay tuned, because I know I have a lot of haters. They are there. Your work is to watch, comment. So that being that, let us support the two YouTube channels. That is Vibe with Lumumba and Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Let us subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified and watch my videos to the end. Let us show love to these amazing YouTube channel. Let us like my old videos. That being that, today I want to talk about something painful, something real, something many people are afraid to say it loud. A man was arrested. The man is called Mr. Ondari. The sons made sure that they called the police at around 8 p.m. during the night and arrested the man. But the following morning, the man was not taken to court. And now people are asking, was this justice or just formality? Because sometimes what looks like action is not the real change. In my last video, I came on camera and said, Marwa, I know you are not going to take your father to court. David Jr., stop pretending that you know how to fix other people's family. And in reality, you cannot even fix your family. Pain is real. Regrets are real. Because what turns, or what people expected to be justice for Congrats Mom, turns to be regrets from the sons. They are now asking themselves, why did we arrest our father? First of all, I'll be telling us the reason why Congrats Dad is now free. And before I go deeper, let me say this clearly. This video is not, or this video is for educational and awareness purposes. Some parts are based on reports on public information. I do not promote violence. I do not support abuse. I'm here to talk about the truth and what we can learn from it. Let me start by talking about the reality of arrest. An arrest was made, but no court appearance. And that tells us something important. Not every arrest leads to justice. I saw, okay, not all arrest leads to justice. Sometimes an arrest is just pressure. Sometimes it is just to calm situation. And after that, everything gets back to normal. When the arrest was made, I told us arrest has been made, but the same person who has been arrested won't be taken to court. What we see there, it is now regrets. Why did we arrest our father? And the arrest was just pressure. When pressure cools down, regrets start coming up, and that individual is being released. Let me talk about the hard truth. And I said it before, and I will say it again. I knew there will be no justice for Congrats Dad. A lot of people were commenting their justice for Congrats Dad. Now, Marwa and David Jr., they have made it. I was telling them, what you think will happen is not what will happen. People actually hated me because of that. Even I saw one person telling me that I haven't subscribed because you cannot speak something good about domestic violence. I come from a village. I come from a setting where I see how things can work. People are condemning it, but in reality, what people are condemning is not the reality that will be happening. It's not because that people don't care, but because something deeper. When we talk about family issues, especially in Africa, family issues are issues that nobody is supposed to talk about. Look about the history about Marwa. When Marwa arrested Mwita Adventure, Marwa had the authority to tell the police, I want this person to be locked in police cell for 3 days, then I'll be coming to release him. If that is just a cousin, not even a father or what, and was released with condition, what about their own father? That is not possible. That is why most of the times I usually tell people that I don't solve family issues. When people were pressurizing me about family issues in Mayani's house, I came here categorically and I told them, if it is about family issues, that is bigger than me. The same family is not dedicated towards arrest of the culprit. Who is Max? Who is Gintu to go and pressurize them that do this and this? No, that is beyond our control. People were advising that go tell Baba Ad to go and file a complaint against conduct. That is not my work to do that. It is the responsibility for him to do that, not even me. So many things that happen in the village sometimes are beyond that. Sometimes things are being done just for views. Yeah. And I have to appreciate, at the end of the day, we get views because, okay, we get views. I have to appreciate that. So what you see and you think justice will go, or this is the real change or the real transformation, that is not what is going to happen. And let us be honest. Taking your father, your own father, to jail, it is not easy. It is not just a legal decision. It is emotional. It is cultural, and it is financial. In many homes, the father holds the land titles. Congress dad was arrested. He is the one who knows where the title deeds are. Taking the same father to jail or prison. Is there a possibility of that? The answer is big no. Again, the father controls a lot of the decisions. When visitors come to the village, look at Fala Fashion. Who was there? Congress dad. Look at the guy who is in the village right now, who actually restrained Congress. Why was he with Congress? Because at the end of the day, the father is the authority. So when conflict happens, people hesitate, and that is what we saw. Let me talk about land, power, and control. And let me talk about something that people don't say openly. Land in many African communities. In Kenya, land is controlled by the father. You people know this because we have had a lot of things. Like say, I like giving Mayani's example because that is a real example that I can give out. Yeah, the father was the one who made the decision where Mayani house has been built, where the land reaches. That is the work of the father. Yeah, so that tells us that land is controlled by the father. At the end of the day, Maro and David Jr. will be asking themselves that if we arrest our dad, who will be giving us this land? If our dad go against us, what will happen? So ownership is not equally shared. So decisions come from one person. So when an issue arises, people think, if we push this thing too far, what happens next? We are the people who will be in problem. And let me tell us one thing. Blood is thicker than water. And this is where everything becomes so complicated, because no matter what happens, at the end of the day, that is still your father. That is still your family. And let me talk about emotions versus action. People act when they are angry. The arrest that was made is because the sons were hungry. When emotions are high, when something shocking happens, but after some times, emotions go down, conversation happens, things settle down, and slowly everything returns to normal. The question for the future, and let me ask this, what happens tomorrow? What will you tell your children that one day you stand up and then everything goes silent? You stand up, then you tell your children that I arrested my father. My father is in prison because my father was beating my mom. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that. I know it will be bringing a lot of division, because the take that I, Maxwell Lumumba, can take is now the take that somebody else. Western countries is so different from African countries. And let me shift to education. I don't want to focus on individual. I want to focus on the whole issue. Domestic violence. That is the DV. Let me discuss what is domestic violence. Domestic violence is not just physical. It includes emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical or psychological control, financial control, and many people are going through it silently. Let me say that categorically. What we saw with Baba Ann's case, that was a verbal abuse and physical abuse by Mr. Ondari. What we saw with what actually it is alleged about Congress mom is the same thing, yeah? Emotional abuse, verbal abuse, psychological control, and to some extent, financial control. And let me say this, that many people, somebody's calling me, let me hang this call first. Hey, let me pick this call, then we'll go through for that call. So what I can say is that people are going through a lot of things silently. And why people stay silent? A lot of people, they don't want to speak because of fear, dependency, culture, family pressure, and sometimes people know the truth, but they cannot act. There is a video, and I know some of the people that call themselves positive, they were reacting to something that they don't even know. A video where Gintu and Emmanuel Farm were discussing about the culture that in Africa, and mostly, let me speak about here in Kenya, something like domestic violence has been there. There is a time I did something about culture. It is here in the village where even when a woman is called by the husband, goes running, a woman can be beaten by a husband and does nothing. Even us, when we were growing up, we used to witness these. Our moms used to be beaten. Our neighbors, there were a lot of fighting, yeah? But women, they could only cry silently without taking legal action. So what Emmanuel Farm was saying is the reality about what is happening in the village setup, in African setup. That's the reality. So if you react, some people react because they lack content to react on. So they have to say that this person said these and these are mistake. So when I was talking about domestic violence, for those who thought I was taking a side, I knew very well what will be happening, because what the law says and what culture says is totally two different things. Yeah, culture, a lot of people still follow what the culture says. It reaches a point, even when you talk about taking somebody to the police, that individual will be telling, go even right now, they'll do me nothing. So that is how things are happening. So let us not do just content because we have seen content is contenting and views are viewing. Then we say this is the way to go. Let us just sit down and think, rethink, and extra think. What is calling me? And extra think. These calls are becoming too many. So let me talk these about what happened. This is not just one story. This is many homes, many families are passing through what I'm talking about. Many silent situations. Domestic violence is real. And if it is not addressed, not just when things go viral, but every day, because silence does not solve the problem, it hides it. Let us stand up and say enough is enough. Let us say no more domestic violence, and that is the call of action I, as Maxwell Lumumba, can say. Let us take it so seriously. Let us make sure that justice can begotten. Having said that, that is the end of this conversation. Let us stay tuned. Let us share this video to other individuals. Goodbye for now. Till we meet again. Goodbye.